Oscars, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Here to start this thing up and see what happens.
Okay, cool. You got oil in it?
I got oil. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Sparking? Yeah. There we go.
Kelvin Ariol in the CX Racing FCRX7. Ooh, Kelvin. It's exploding that front bumper. As it says on his windshield, dang. Uh-oh.
Still knocking a little? It's not a lot how it was before. I think it's louder on this side.
This thing sounds like a rotary.
He thinks it's cylinder 3.
Let's recap. What did we discover today?
So I found out my spark plugs were all melted. The electrodes were melted, so it
Yeah.
wasn't idling. Then I put it all back together, put oil, got it running, and started it up. It's idling now, still knocking, not as loud, but left it running for about 10 minutes, and I hear the noise on the bottom. I put the chassis ears near the block, and it's loudest on cylinder 3.
Was that the one that was melted?
That's the one that was melted.
And your head
that's
gasket
where
blew
the head
between
gasket
2 and 3.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe it ingested water and it kind of compressed it, and like detonation, the rod bearing took all the hit.
The impact.
You probably smashed a rod bearing. All right, well, he's figuring that out. I'm figuring this out. What's up, Blue Dog? What are you working on? Rod bearings.
Gotta check these clearances.
Yeah?
Check that out with the plastic gauge.
Okay, explain to me the plastic gauge.
Oh man.
How does it work?
This is plastic gauge right here.
Okay.
So before you put the rods on, you have to put a piece of this. So you put a little strip onto the crank. And then you put your new rod bearings on there. You torque it down. Once it gets smushed, it gets to a certain thickness, and then you measure it.
Okay. So are we within tolerance?
It's a little bit loose.
I've been just trying to market these t-shirts and get this company back started up.
So how do I get my hand on one of those shirts?
So you can just give me $10 or go to the website and then I'd ship it. But $10, you can't even buy 2 gallons of gas for $10. Right? Is that a good price?
It's like $6 a gallon.
Yeah.
That shirt will last you longer than the gas.
Blue Dog's torquing down.
And torquing and torquing.
You got that fancy torque wrench right there.
Yeah. It goes beep.
Let's hear the beep. Wait for the noise.
There it is, man. Gives you a little green light.
Oh, damn.
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. This thing will run forever. How's that oil pan?
It's good. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
Cleaning it up.
And this $20 parts washer, you can click on the video right here. You're just gonna slap it on with that cork gasket?
Yeah.
Ooh, wasn't leaking?
It wasn't anything.
Okay, cool.
The love tap right there.
Yeah, what you hit, man?
I have no idea.
Looks like a Beams oil pan. While he's working on that, gonna be doing some very technical work on my car. I've just been letting it sit, seeing if the oil pan leaks. I don't see any oil spills on the kitty litter. This is just residual cuts. I had to crack the oil line to bleed the air out of the system because it wasn't building oil pressure. So when I cracked the line, it squirted oil everywhere. We got this, I can't even pronounce that. Scoped? Scoped. This is the cheapest air filter you could buy on Amazon, and apparently it's for a Porsche and produces improved engine response and cuts fuel consumption. As you guys know, I don't work on such complicated systems here. We'll loosen this hose clamp. We'll wobble this out of the way. We open this box. Check out what $13 can get you on Amazon nowadays. Okay, and then get it on there. Almost took me all day, but here we are. 12 hours later. That actually has good clearance here. Now there's so much room for activities here. I haven't done anything today, so I'm gonna just watch this guy work on his car. Should be done today, hopefully. I got oil too. These things are more important than you think they are. You know, without these things, the engine goes knock, 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 knock. The plan is, you see this bracket? This bracket's bothering me. You see how this spring is to here? What I want to do for this guy is scoot this bracket over, cut this bracket, extend the bracket to where the throttle cable is parallel with the linkage. So we got to scoot that over. Tiny baby turn on here. Drop the washer. Okay, so we're gonna go this way 0.7 and then go back 0.7. Okay, while I'm doing that, what are you doing?
I'm lifting the cross member. About to bolt this up. I ain't even gonna start it up. I just believe in it like that.
Oh, well. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so I got this big block holding this in place. We're gonna get 0.7. So that would be 0.7 this way and 0.7 back. 1 inch, and we'll angle it. And if you notice, Dawg is real good at yoga. He's doing his sunset yoga right now. I don't know, Dawg, what do you think? Should I test fit it or should I just weld it?
Just send it, bro.
All right, so while I'm drinking this Modelo, that's how confident we are here. My fingers are burning, but I think we're good. We'll be able to know if this fits right off the bat. We just need to adjust this throttle cable a bit. What are you binging and bonging on?
You know, these fucking bolts right here go through the frame and onto the cross member. Gotta get them to line up.
Oh, yeah. Let me know if you need help with that. Yeah. No need to check it. They're perfect. She found the spring under the car. This thing's seen better days. What I want to try to do is heat it up and put the spring back together. I know what the engineers are thinking. We're gonna ruin the structural integrity of the spring, yada yada, something something. Something John would say. We're gonna quench it. I think it's gonna stay compressed because I heated it up. Boom, bing bong. So there we go, we got a spring. Yeah, it still works. Right off the bat though, this needs to be tighter. Nice, red and hot. We're gonna slowly, carefully, we're good. RTR. We're testing it while flooding his engine. All right, Dawg's finalizing it. Got the cross member in. He's getting the drain plug on. Then what are you gonna do? Fill it up with oil and start it?
Yeah, I gotta change the oil filter.
we have a bracket here. Not my best work, but it's above these little ridges. Okay. It looks like this young gentleman is jacking up his car. I'm guessing I'm gonna... Everybody, shh. Let's watch. Let's see him. Looks like he's lowering the car. The car's going down, but he also has another jack. Let's see. Oh, not on the tow hook, but on the tension rod bracket. Interesting. Okay. Tension rod bracket. Couple little crankaroos. Priming that oil pressure. Get that oil pressure going. Now he's pumping fuel into the carburetor. Sounds good. First thing I noticed, it sounds good. Right? All right. So his car is still making a questionable noise. Not as bad, I think. Last time I heard it during idle, right? And this time I only hear it under load. But if you figure if we heard it during idle, that's like an oil pressure issue. We're trying to screw on a gauge to see how much oil pressure he actually has. All right, this guy's trying to get out of here, but we're really curious on what the oil pressure is. So I got this fuel pressure gauge hooked up with the right fittings that we're gonna tap into the block to get an oil pressure reading.
Nobody said it was easy.
Temporary fixes that end up on the car for its entire life. All right.
It starts spewing?
I'll yell if it starts spewing.
Oil pressure.
Well, yeah. It's a little low, but raise RPM a little. Oh yeah. Good. We're fucking Gucci. It's just idling low. Well, it's spewing, but guess who tightened that side? I don't know if I snugged it, but yeah, no, I didn't tighten it. Crazy. You're crazy. It wasn't tightened. It was just hand tight. But at least we know we have oil pressure, right?
Did you hear it knocking right now?
I didn't. Did you hear it knock?
Yeah.
A rocker arm? I don't know. We got new rod bearings. We got oil pressure. We still have a tick, but this is a different kind of noise from what I heard at the track. At the track, that was like way loud. That was loud. My blue ones are gonna be $14.
Oh my god, buddy!
$14.
This is so much money. You know what the inflation price is? We don't know if we can afford to even live and survive with the toilet papers.
It's all inflation, bro.
You understand? How many toilet papers can I buy for one t-shirt? How many ass times I can wipe my ass times with these dang t-shirts?
Maybe I
buy toilet paper better. But thank you, Kelvin Ariola. Sige, pare, masarap.
All right. And real quick, Dawg.
Yes.
Dawg finished his car here. So, oh, and little Josh. So what did you do? What did you figure out?
We adjusted the valves again.
We did again.
And that helped?
It helped a little, yeah. Lost the intake valves. The exhaust valves were a little tight, but they're still a little ticking. I feel like it's behind the timing cover, probably the tensioner. But I drove it, doesn't overheat, runs pretty smooth.
Are you ready? You ready for next week?
It's ready to rock.
All right, ready to rock.
Yo,
RTR boys.
RTR, man. I've been working on my car for the last 2 weeks straight. I'm done.
I mean, I have a footage of doing like a pull in your car, but what do you drive?
Cressida.
Okay, bye.